Welcome, friends and family, to the Local Acts Only podcast. I'm your host, Joe Esposito, and as you might notice, Jack is not introducing this one because Jack is absent for this episode. The tables have turned, so you can stop making fun of me on Instagram. But who is here is Ethan Flynn and Josh Russell from Jerry at the Beach. What's going on, guys?
How's it going? Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course, man. Thanks for coming on. So, let's, I guess, get right into it. You guys are a two-piece alt-rock kind of vibe band. Like, how would you describe yourselves, I guess?
Punk, maybe.
Punk?
Punk rock, I would say.
Hell yeah.
Or just rock music.
Yeah.
Just a rock band.
Yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah. And I find it interesting, you guys are just a two-piece. You're just a drummer and a vocalist. What do you do, guitar as well?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our friend Trey also plays bass for us. It's just he lives in North Jersey, and we record with him, and we play some shows. But like shows down here, we normally just play me and him.
Yeah.
All right,
Me and
cool.
Ethan.
I've noticed that that's like a big thing that's been happening a lot recently, like two-piece band variations. I feel like ever since Royal Blood popped up, like a lot of people have just been like going at it with two people. Was there like a conscious decision to like stray away from the traditional format of a four-piece kind of?
It's just a lot of planning, you know.
It
Like,
is,
it's a lot
right?
of planning with two other people.
And, like, we can do it.
Yeah,
You know?
it's fun too.
Yeah.
Just it sounds a lot more intense for some reason sometimes when it's just two people instead of four. Because when the sound is stripped down, you have to like play harder, play faster. It sounds crazier a lot of the time.
Right. Yeah, and it's I can definitely understand a lot of planning, like the schedules and stuff, and you know where everybody lives. I was in a 5-piece band, and that was like a nightmare.
Yeah.
To, like,
Yeah.
It's
get
like,
everyone.
when are we gonna practice?
What are we going to practice?
Yeah.
Oh, I have work.
Yeah,
I have work.
exactly. I have work. I got class.
Mhm.
Like, and usually there's always like only one person or two people like in a band that big who are actually making an effort to like schedule the practices
Yeah.
and everything. And like if that person is not the person where you guys all practice, then it becomes a mess.
Yeah.
But you guys are incredibly fresh. I've noticed. I kind of knew you just released your first single, Mother Teresa. That was in December, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Jaegerbomb was a few weeks ago. It was in not a few weeks ago. I keep forgetting it's March. My
Right,
Lord.
yeah.
It's gone by fast.
Holy
Yeah.
crap. 2 months ago in January.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to ask because from what it sounds like, well, at least when I listened to Jaegerbomb, you guys seem pretty refined in a way, like pretty concise, confident in what kind of sound you're going for. You guys seem like you've done it before a lot. So how long has Jerry at the Beach been a band before you guys were working on or releasing this project?
2017, maybe we started
Really?
like writing music, and then eventually it kind of just got more and more serious as we started to like what we wrote more and more.
Most of that time was just learning how to do a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like we were still in college, and a lot of it came down to learning how to write songs that you can arrange in a more concise way, not just make up a bunch of space and then fill it with different instruments to make it sound interesting. Like actually write songs that are melodic, which takes a long time to figure out, I think. Still figuring it out. But yeah, that's the most of that time, like from 2017 to like 2019, and then the last year and a half, 2 years has been recording Jaegerbomb and recording the next album, and we have 2 sessions coming up next week where we're recording even more.
Oh wow!
So
You said the next album, you guys have an album ready to go, a new one.
yeah, it's mixed, and we just have to get it mastered.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any idea of release date for that, or?
May,
that something-
April, May.
Yeah, we've been saying like
Ish.
late April. It depends on how fast we can get the masters done.
Right.
Plus, we're gonna make some music videos and stuff. So
Right on. Name. You want to reveal the name of the project? You want to keep that close to your
it's
chest?
called Vincenttown.
Vincenttown.
Yeah, that's the town that I grew up in. It's like this little town. It kind of looks like Lakehurst.
Yeah.
Really?
Right outside of the Pine Barrens.
Right on. All right. Cool. Is it you guys kind of aiming for like the same kind of vibe as Jaegerbomb, or you know, like lean towards a new kind of sound, or?
It's kind of just expanding
Expanding on it.
on Jagerbomb. Like it's a little longer and the songs are a little more just even more fleshed out, you know.
Sick. Yeah. I really loved that album. I thought it was really cool.
Thanks.
Thanks.
It's always really crazy to me because like I'll schedule people to come on the podcast. We have guests come on, and it's like I get to now see what this band sounds like, and it's always like the opposite of what I'd expect. Kind of like I'd hit see the name of a band or an artist and be like, oh, they sound like this like chill kind of R&B type vibe, and then it's like, oh no, it's a sick punk album.
Hell yeah.
I'm down with it. I noticed, or I took note while I was listening. It said you guys sound like a bit like Prince Daddy and the Hyena with a bit of Roswell Kid and a little bit of Cleopatra in there. I don't know if you know who any of those people
No.
No.
But cool.
Sweet.
If that's the case, what are your guys' like main influences as musicians or songwriters?
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
The
Like-
Moons.
Yeah. White Stripes.
Definitely White Stripes. Elliott Smith. Who else? There's a lot.
Oasis.
Oasis.
Coldplay.
Yeah, Coldplay is a big one.
We like Coldplay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Bob Dylan. Just good like melodic music, I guess is what we're most into. You know,
Cool.
catchy shit.
They has to be catchy, man.
Yeah,
If it doesn't
yeah.
earworm into people, and it's not gonna go well.
I get bored very easily.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel like a lot of people do nowadays. It's
absolutely.
crazy the attention span that is just dissipated.
Yeah.
Especially amongst like music listeners, I've noticed.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to make a song, let alone an album, that you can get people to listen to. Like if your song's longer than 2.5 minutes, and people
Exactly.
kind of lose interest.
Yeah.
So, how what made you guys musicians? How long have you been playing your instruments? I guess.
I've been playing guitar since I was 8, and I've been singing as long as I can remember. I would sing in choir when I was a kid in church and stuff like that. Yeah, and I learned banjo 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Now I play banjo. Yeah,
How's that going? Is it?
it's fun. I play tenor banjo. It's like the 4-string one, and it's tuned like a cello, which is interesting.
It's tuned like a cello. I didn't know there were different kinds of banjos.
Yeah, there's 4-string and 5-string, and the 4-string one is louder. It's technically the loudest stringed instrument there is because it's like a snare drum head with strings.
Yeah. It's always like wild how one of our coworkers like will pick up a banjo if there's one like laying around. It's always like jarring. when
It's really
Yeah,
loud.
it's like very percussive. So.
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of dope. But how's a cello and a banjo tuned? Just out of curiosity.
It's tuned in fifths instead of fourths. Like a guitar is tuned mostly in fourths. But yeah, it's cello, banjo, violin, mandolin are all tuned in fifths, which is the more classical. All the different classical writing, like Bach is written to. It's easier to play if the instrument's tuned in fifths.
That's fascinating. How about drums for you?
I think my brother and a bunch of like neighborhood kids were like fucking around, like playing like Green Day songs on guitar and shit and like singing, but nobody drummed. I was like 6 years old and I remember I had drumsticks just like pounding on a Calvin and Hobbes like treasury of comics.
Oh,
And then my parent, like I kept doing that, and my parents like got me a drum set when I was in 3rd grade. And then I guess and then I always would just come up with songs in my head, so and just shout them in the house.
dude.
And then I started writing songs.
Yeah, man, that's a pretty rare thing to have, especially just being able to like have that already imposed mindset of like writing music and stuff. And thankfully, we always need drummers, dude. You guys are
Yep.
hard to find.
Yeah,
Drummers and bass players.
and drummers can be unreliable. I feel
Yeah,
like.
I can feel that. I only started playing drums like a year ago. I already feel like I'm more flaky. But yeah, man,
It's so fun.
that's crazy cool, man. It's usually like if parents see like, it's our son picked up sticks and he's just banging on shit and he hasn't stopped. Maybe we should get him a drum kit before he breaks something.
Exactly.
It's cool. Any other instruments? Is drums really?
I play piano to write songs, and
Right.
like I can like play it in our songs.
He
Just
played organ on the last album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
Right.
did all the basics like guitar and scratch vocals and drums. But yeah, Ethan played organ over a bunch of tunes. Sounds
Right.
cool as fuck.
It sounds really
I
cool.
really like
Right
it.
on Jagerbomb, right?
On
No,
Or
on it's gonna come out after Vincenttown. We've been tracking that like over the last month.
Oh,
And,
right, right.
Yeah, next week we're gonna track bass and more guitars, which is gonna be really fun.
Oh yeah. So as when it comes to like the general songwriting, is that like a pretty even split? Is it kind of like more swayed towards one of you or another? Because I know that like the dynamics are different between all bands. And sometimes
It's-
there's a main songwriter.
It's an even split, and we generally just write by ourselves and then show each other, and then we'll like arrange together, come up with ideas for how we're gonna record stuff. Maybe change like lyrics here and there, but generally it's pretty separate. It's honestly faster, and we end up liking our songs, you know,
Yeah.
like most of the time. I haven't really come across a song that Ethan wrote where I'm like, oh fuck this, you know.
We both like the same music, and we both like. No matter what direction we want to go in, it seems like we always make that decision at the same time independently. It's really weird. Like, it seems like we're always on the same page, so there's no reason to like micromanage anyone's songwriting when I know what Josh shows me is going to be really good.
It's
you
less
know?
it's less fun if we're like telling each other what to do.
Exactly.
With writing, like production's different because you kind of have to make every song sound consistent after that,
Mm-hmm.
because you know the melodies are going to sound a little bit different and the lyricism is going to be a little different between each person, but the production is what makes it sound like it's the same album.
Right. Of course. That's honestly that's incredibly admirable. I'm envious of that. That's it sounds like you guys have a really consistent workflow and a good dynamic with each other to be able to like just kind of like surprise each other with dope shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. How long have you guys known each other?
since the end of high school. But we grew up on the same street for a little bit. I lived on Cranberry Run, which is like this road in the Pine Barrens, and that's where Ethan's from, for a couple years. And I lived there when I was like 5.
Yeah.
So I always knew Ethan existed, but it wasn't until after high school that we started actually like playing like rock together.
Rad, man. That's awesome. So, yeah, it seems like there's always that concern. Again, I think like what we were saying before about like having more people in the band. More people also means more opinions. So
Yeah.
you can like disagree and stuff.
We were talking about that the other night. Like, it's creatively, it's good to have 1 or 2 people who make subjective decisions, I think.
Mm.
And then it's good to have like 4 people to play all the instruments. And then it's good to have like a producer and a really good mix engineer and all of the people who can like support what you're trying to do. But the second that you kind of make every decision by committee, it can get kind of confusing. Some bands that works.
Some bands that work.
Yeah.
But for us, it hasn't really worked. Like whenever it comes down to we're gonna ask other people for opinions, we end up just getting rid of the whole idea and just starting from scratch.
Our shit's personal, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
It's gotta be.
yeah, it has to be. Like some people, if maybe their music's more abstract or like jammy,
Mm.
you know, maybe then it's like, oh, what do you
I'm
think?
gonna play this sweet bass
But
line
like
right
we
here.
write
Yeah.
our songs are like about shit we're going through specifically, so it's like we might as well just kind of helm the ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, definitely. It has to be, especially in a genre like punk. Like
Yeah.
you guys gotta screaming at the top of your lungs. It better be important.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, out of another thing, I just wanted to ask because we have Josh, we have Ethan. Who the fuck is Jerry? is that something like,
So we were just at the beach one time. It was just me. Like I was just at the beach, and this was right before we were trying to come up with a name. There was just this lady, and she was setting up like an umbrella, and she was like, "Have you seen my husband? His name is Jerry," and that's
That's it.
That's it.
The rest is history.
Yeah,
Awesome.
as they say.
All right, great. That's more. I usually love band names, like stories like that more than all the others. Like I feel like a lot of people. I feel like coming up with a band name is like the hardest thing you can do when you first start a band.
Yeah.
We just keep it as simple and cool like that.
We drew a bunch of blanks before we.
Yeah. Yeah. That one just came to us,
Yeah.
which was nice.
Yeah, it's that's definitely always good. Have you guys had any other like band experiences before forming Jerry at the Beach at all, or?
Well, you were in a band with your brother, right?
Yeah, me and my brother, we would play covers and we would write like shit songs, like when we were way younger, and we called ourselves the Matt and Ethan Band. He would play guitar and sing, and I would play drums.
Matt's a good rhythm
know.
guitarist.
He's a very good rhythm guitarist.
I remember hearing him play one time. He was recording.
He's good at finger
So-
picking too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So shout out to my brother Matt.
Shout out to
Oh
Matt.
yeah, shout out. The is that? I mean, you guys were in a cover band. You said, or with like a.
I mean, it's like like we didn't play live. We would just play in our living room,
Oh, okay.
really loud and annoy our parents.
I was going to say, being in a actual like, you know, trying to be a gigging band type thing, like with my brother. That sounds like a catastrophe.
Yeah, we would play mostly Green Day, Dashboard Confessional,
Oh,
and
nice.
like Linkin Park, and the White Stripes. We would play the White Stripes.
Cool. I wanted to. You know what? I guess let's talk about. I guess like one of the main reasons why this podcast exists is like the local music scene. You guys said, well, you mentioned college, and how you formed Jerry at the Beach like kind of right after college.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where'd you guys go?
We went to William Patterson in Wayne. That's in North Jersey.
Oh, okay.
Super North Jersey.
Did you guys go for music?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was like music composition?
I was pop music. Like they just have a pop music program there.
Really?
Yeah, it was a bit of a mishmash of.
Hmm.
I feel like that'll be something we'll see more fleshed out in the future, because like jazz school, that's like an institution, but like pop school, they kind of were like, do
Let's
whatever you
try-
want.
let's try this
try
out."
this out.
This is like,
So
go ahead, make pop. I don't care. That's fine. How does what did they how did they like teach like pop?
well, they didn't.
They don't. They don't.
I mean, everything I learned at school, which was very valuable, was from like independent discovery and like interacting with people and playing with people outside of class. Everything in class was kind of just like a bunch of malarkey to a certain extent, as President Joseph R. Biden would say.
What's a malarkey, dude? So yeah, so it seems like you got more like the best thing that come out of it was you said like the people you met,
The
and
people we
connections
met, and like me and Josh.
This is my favorite song.
bro. I feel like there's gonna be a Disney parade outside. What is
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be swept off my feet.
Oh, yeah, man. Magical stuff. It's magic because Armin came into the room. Hi, Armin. So, yeah, like meeting people and being able to jam and get to know like what the music scene was like.
Exactly. Learning how to like record in a studio and like
Right.
over time, like you did recording.
I did sound engineering and when I was first doing sessions at school, I would just tell Ethan to come to the studio and play drums for me, try to figure out drum tones and all that stuff. Yeah. A lot of it was me and my friend Kyle just having Ethan come and like learn stuff, and we would kind of figure shit out too.
Hmm. So just pretty much production and recording and stuff for you in that world. So what was did you guys get like more involved with the indie scene or the DIY scene, so to speak, up in Wayne, like when it came to that area?
Yeah, we played a couple shows with our we were in Juneau.
We were in Juneau.
We were both in Juneau. So our friend Kyle has a band called Juneau, and he plays. It's kind of like hyperpop, but with like a live band, which is cool.
Yeah.
And we were in his band. I played lead guitar. Ethan played drums, and we did a few shows and opened for a few different bands. So we kind of got the idea of the scene up there. It's different because I feel like indie in Philly especially is more raw, and indie up in North Jersey is more like bubbly,
Kinda like chill.
Yeah, like chill vibes kind of music.
Yeah.
Which, depending on what you like, that might be what you're into or not. But yeah, the indie scenes are really different depending. And I don't know what New York is like. I bet it's everything. But
Yeah.
Every type of indie music. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we had our fair share of experiences with that.
I don't know if it varies depending on like what area of the city you're in, but I've heard that like a lot of foreign electronic music is popping in the city right now.
In Philly or
In New York.
that's cool.
Yeah, I
Fuck
have
it.
no idea why, but hey man, fuck it, shit, that's fine. So when you guys say bubbly, like from up there, like what kind of vibes are happening?
It's just more I don't know. What are some good like famous examples?
Well, I mean,
It's very like Tame Impala.
Tame Impala.
inspired,
Oh, okay, that kind of
Like-
vibe.
like Brockhampton, but it's still indie, like clean guitar with a lot of reverb on it.
Mac DeMarco.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
okay.
kinda- like the
I see what you're saying.
we call it all just
Chill
we call it
vibes.
all chill vibes. 'Cause it's like, and we used to kind of like back in the day we played like a lot more laid back,
Yeah.
but now that we play really aggressively and loud, we think it's like some of that music is kind of funny.
It is really funny, especially when you can tell they don't care about the lyrics. It's
Or-
really
yeah.
funny.
Like-
I was feeling you chill vibes.
There's just
Like-
there's music I feel like, and not to disparage anybody, but I guess I am.
well, if that music, like if people made that style of music, but it were well written, I would like.
If it were from the heart,
Yeah,
yeah,
you know what I
you
mean.
know?
Like if
Right.
it were about things that matter, then I'm like, fuck yeah, like
Mhm.
keep
keep
chilling-
doing it, my
keep
man.
chilling those vibes.
Yeah.
Keep chilling those vibes.
Keep those vibes room temperature.
Yeah, it seems like, very, I guess, like inoffensive music. Like something
Kinda
that
like
doesn't
that
have much to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. It's like wallpaper.
Kind of. Like wallpaper.
Yeah, it's just like there.
It's
it
there.
doesn't make a statement. It's just there.
Yeah.
It looks nice sometimes.
hmm
But it's super thin and hollow and ethereal. I feel you. Yeah, and then that's why you guys towards punk, I guess.
Yeah.
It's crazy you guys say that. I mean, I played a show up in, oh my god, what is the name of the college? My best friend went there.
Montclair,
Mul-
Rutgers.
No, it's up north. It's in like Rahway area, or the
Keene.
Mahwah County area.
Is it a community college?
Seton Hall.
Think so? No. No, it's right next to Seton Hall. It's like right by.
Shit.
I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of this college. I've been up there like several times. Ramapo. That's
Ramapo.
Yeah, yeah,
Ramapo's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, yeah.
nice
Jesus, took me long. No, I played a show up there in Ramapo, and also my buddy of mine goes to Ithaca College, kind of like in the same like kind of area.
Yeah.
And from the locals musicians that I've seen up there, like what like these dudes will be playing for me of locals, those dudes are shot out. Like it seems like they're crazy, making like super aggressive and psycho music. So I guess that
Yeah.
is like
There's some cool metal up in North Jersey. Like we've seen a few metal shows that were cool up there. But I think there's a gap between like hardcore like punk and then like chill like inoffensive indie music and metal. Like that there's a space in between that nobody hits.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I
Like-
see what you're saying. Like it's very, simple and chill, or like
It's very bipolar.
simple and heavy, or like complicated and heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you. All right. So what do you guys notice about like the indie scene back down here for the most part?
I mean, in South Jersey, there really isn't anything like.
Like anything south of like Tom's River is what you're considering?
Yeah, I feel like there's not really much of a scene like down there. You know, in Philly is where you would find another like hub of things going on. I would say.
That's true. There's obviously everyone listening here in Jersey definitely knows a tight scene that's happening in like Asbury Park and stuff like that. But yeah, Philly as well. You guys have a lot of experience being up in Philly? around Philly and
Like a little bit. Over the summer I played a bunch of shows at the Grape Room, which was great. They're a really good venue. They were only doing acoustic sets, but it was still really great. And our friend Melissa opened for us, which was awesome. She's really good. She just recorded with Ethan.
I play drums for her.
Nice.
She's a really good songwriter. She's gonna have an album coming soon.
Right.
So, Melissa Cherie.
Yeah,
She's good.
Shout out. Hit her up. Lost my train of thought for a second. What was I saying? So when it comes to like the local scene and the indie scene, you guys many like maybe not even just like good friends so to speak, but through the scene, but any bands or indie artists as well that you're listening to a lot or you're thinking about collabing with? Maybe you guys think about doing a split or something?
We should do a song with Hop Along. That would be sick. Or
They're-
Pine Grove.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be nice. We really want to open for one of those like Philly bands.
Alex G.
Basement Show, Rutgers Basement Show bands.
Mhm.
That would be cool. Trying to think of anyone else I really like in that area. I don't know. It's just been tough, like finding shows that are electric around here.
Yeah.
We would do an open mic at a local airport near us, which was fun.
Yeah.
You hear like planes going by, and we'd be singing and stuff.
Oh yeah. Just out of like curiosity, I don't know, and anybody who's listened before knows that I have mentioned this band like multiple times. But have you guys ever heard of a band called Origami Angel?
No.
I feel like you guys would make a good fit. Like hopefully, if Jerry at the Beach and Origami Angel ever played a show together, it'd probably be a massive. Like I don't know.
Fuck yeah. Sure.
They're another two-piece kind
I'll
of
check
like
'em out.
punk band vibe. That's pretty
Sweet.
good. So now that we know a little bit more about basic, kind of not like the basic, but the overview of like you guys and what Jerry at the Beach is, I was curious because, like I said before, you guys do seem very like fresh out the gate with like the debut of I guess just Jerry at the Beach being only past couple of months. On your Instagram, a huge amount of it seems to be pics of that same night. It seems like with you guys chilling in the yard, fucking around with the hose.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, was there something like special about that night in particular? Were you guys like there for the reason of doing a photo shoot, or was it just kind of?
That was the night before we tracked Vincenttown, and we had a bunch of our friends down, and we all hung out. And then the next day, we recorded like the whole album just in one day,
Oh, all right.
which was it was just really fun.
It was so fun.
It's good hanging with the boys, with all of them. But yeah, no, I was just really drunk.
We were both really drunk.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yeah.
some about that pictures made it seem like y'all got rowdy a little bit, but I
Mhm.
dig it.
Thanks.
And the decision to make the Jägerbomb cover like with the hose like in the yard.
Yeah, but you're outside, you're fucked up. You don't want to go inside to get some water. You can just use the hose instead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, hose and Jaeger. It'd just be simple. Like that.
Yeah.
And another thing is that it also seems like you guys have made a pretty great kind of like imprint or debut with the band. I just noticed you guys were featured on a Virtue This playlist. Is that true?
Yeah.
And you were reviewed by places like Roadie Metal and Buffalo Blog, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What would you, I guess, credit that to? Was there a lot of like marketing kind of things you guys had to do, or any specific way you got in contact with or got in there, or is it just because you guys make dope music?
We just kind of reached out to them. We would just email, just a lot of emails, just try to find their contact info and just reach out and say, hey, do you want to listen to our album? Do you want to do a review? Put us on our playlist.
And then some of it was completely organic, like as well. Like some playlists to just find us and be like, hey.
Our
This is cool.
largest listener audience on Spotify right now is in Brazil, which is funny because like it's not like we sent anything to Brazil.
No.
I don't speak Portuguese. I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
know how to word an email in Portuguese, but it's very nice.
They like Jerry over there.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love Jerry over there. That sounds sick though. You guys definitely gotta like surprise whoever you can, like to get on a plane and play a show in Brazil.
Yeah.
All right. Also, which I find interesting, at least from my experience being in the indie scene and people I know and bands I've worked with and whatnot, it's pretty rare, in my experience, to find a band that actually has a dedicated manager, which is pretty cool. It's Elizabeth Lee, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys come in contact with her as a manager?
We all went to William Patterson,
Mhm.
and she was learning about management, and like, you know, she likes our music, so she was just like, let me help you guys, you know. So she puts in a lot of work and
It's very
keeps
nice.
she keeps us organized in like all the ways that we don't want to think about to a certain extent,
Yeah.
because we just want to make music, but you also have to like do a bunch of other shit,
All the
Mm.
bullshit.
all the bullshit. She helps us with a lot of bullshit.
What's the
Yeah.
bullshit? It's like,
Emails, handling social media.
Yeah.
mm.
Thinking of marketing plans.
Mhm.
It's kind of just that, and then
Just that
like
kind of
releasing stuff, like actually putting it on DistroKid, and although that's kind of fun, putting credits on DistroKid and stuff, trying to figure out who did what,
Mm.
if there was a lot of stuff going on. It's fun to like remember, like, oh yeah, that guy played tambourine for 2 seconds on this album.
Yeah, you gotta give credit everyone. That sounds that's solid though. That's incredible. It seems like
Thanks.
having someone to really push to make sure like you guys are always up and at it. That
Yeah,
seems-
she's great.
Yeah, I was impressed. It's like I got the message, have you guys come on? It was like, hey, I'm their manager, and I saw you to reach out for this. I was like, oh wow, that's the first time that's ever happened. That's really cool. So, that's why I asked earlier if you guys knew Jack. I don't know if you at any way, but right on. I noticed about because Josh, like you were saying about having to just go out there, like get on the computer, send emails out to people, find contact info.
Yeah.
I kind of noticed that you guys have a lot of moxie, like to you a little bit from your Instagram posts and stuff. You seem very like ready to be out in front of people, or at least in the eyes of the public.
I want to
so to speak.
play. I wanna
Yeah.
play,
Yeah, man.
you know.
We all are, hurting over the lack of shows and stuff. You
Yeah.
guys seem like you're very ready for it. Yeah, I think I took note on your Spotify and Instagram descriptions. You say Jerry the Beach is the loudest band in the world.
And the
one of them.
fastest.
And the
And the
fastest, yeah.
fastest. That's important.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I can't get that.
We
one.
are. We're the loudest band in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. To make such a definitive statement like that takes a lot of like certainty and confidence. I feel like not a lot of musicians have, or at least indie musicians have.
They should have confidence.
Yeah.
Everyone should have confidence.
You should believe in what you do.
You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't just have to be us. Everyone should be confident in what they make. They should be proud of it.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. It's
It's sad when people aren't confident in their shit. It's like, why aren't you? Like, you like it. You clearly like it.
Mhm.
Why do you think that everyone else doesn't? You know?
like,
like,
yeah. That's that's very true. It's just hard to, I guess, come to terms with that. I don't know, like being able to show someone that you did something, be able to be like, look at what I did, isn't it sick? Like it just seems some people just can be weird like that. I don't know if there's
Mhm.
I don't know if there's a word for it, but like some people have like body dysmorphia, like kind of they look at themselves and they
Mhm.
think they're like insanely fat when they're not. They're like 120 pounds or something.
Mhm.
But like it's I feel like a lot of people like have that but with their ears.
well, when you
You know what
make
I'm saying?
something for yourself, like when you make something yourself, you're gonna notice all the little imperfections in it more. It's
Mhm.
like they always say, a chef like or somebody who cooks something doesn't think it tastes that good. It's
Mm.
just because they actually spent the time to make it, so you notice every single little problem with it. I mean, I hear mixes that I do, and I'm like, that sucks, you know. But if it works and if people like it, it doesn't really matter. And that's what gives me confidence. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool.
As long
It's
as
good enough. Like,
Right. Yeah. So it's like other people are telling me that like they fuck with it type thing, or people I trust are down with it, then you're pretty much good. Have you guys ever had any like problems with confidence or putting stuff out in the past, or like kind of come to terms that like you might be like I'm a good musician and I should be doing this? Or any issues like that at all?
I feel like as soon as we started playing, we were like, yeah, let's record, let's put stuff out, let's make albums,
yeah.
I feel like we both as little kids were just like, my dream is to make albums and play shows in front of people. So it's like, once you can get the opportunity to do that, it's like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Damn.
I like people hearing my shit,
Right on, man. That's very impressive. When was what was the first like song you remember writing or recording? That's always a great question.
The first when I was 5 years old, I would just walk around my house singing the song, and it was just I'm weird because I'm only 5 years old. I'm weird because I'm only 5 years old. And my parents were like, shut the fuck up. No. They just put up with it. Fuck you, Ethan. Your shit sucks. And I was like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. No.
I would write songs defensively as a little kid because I would. It was always at night. We would like turn all the lights off downstairs, and I would run up the steps, and I'd be like freaked out because I was scared of the dark. And then I would sing to myself. I would just make up random shit.
It's a.
But I don't remember any of them, so I guess they were all terrible.
Oh.
Damn.
There's probably some great material.
Yeah.
You're
Lost
just
to the ages.
shaking.
Oh, I want to hear a song that was written by a dude who was like shaking in the dark.
In the dark.
He's scared of the dark.
I don't care if it was like
Probably.
10 years
I
old.
wish it was bright out. Please help.
That's the name.
It's so dark. I'm cold.
There's a guy under my bed. He's gonna fucking kill me.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a very creative way of writing music. Or at least a creative seed to, I guess, like push the songwriting Josh that we now know into it. Any other outlets other than music, out of curiosity? I know a lot of people. I hear a lot of people say like if your only outlet is music, then like some people, can't speak for everybody, but some people struggle to actually create music. So like, because music's like just a reflection of the world around us. So if your only world is music, then it kind of creates a paradox.
Yeah.
That's definitely not true for everybody, but I don't know. Is there any, what else you guys got going on? Really?
I like fixing things.
Yeah.
I like just like building and fixing things, and also comedy. I like comedy a lot. Like we have a friend Will, and he does stand up, and sometimes we'll go and watch him do stand up. And I've only done stand up once, but it was really.
I was about to ask.
It was fun. It was fun. I'll probably do it again at some point. I'm thinking maybe on April 1st. There's a open mic. I forget where it is, but I'm probably gonna do something like a really weird set.
Hell yeah! You gotta let the world know. I want to show up.
I want to eat beans on stage.
Hell yeah.
I want to eat just a whole can. I want to eat like a whole can of Goya beans and just see how that goes.
Not even talk about anything. Just
No. What is there to talk about?
from start to finish.
What the fuck am I gonna say?
Yeah, I mean these beans are good.
These beans are fucking rocking.
These are
Oh my
rocking.
Bro, that's hilarious. Make everyone watch the whole process. Like bring up a can opener
Yeah.
and everything.
Good.
That sounds great. The
Movies are good. We go to our friend Evan's house all the time and we watch movies.
That's like our relaxing night. Just like he's seen like every movie.
He's awesome.
And he can get any movie too. So he's like,
Get you any movie.
any movie. And so we'll just go over there and watch a couple flicks, drink a bunch of beer.
Right on.
You
I've
know?
noticed that a lot of people have been, especially in the past like 5-10 years or something like that, nerd culture or pop culture in general is really seeped into like music and lyrics and stuff. Like you hear a lot of like mostly rappers, I think I've noticed, and a lot of other big musicians like just talking, like they'll have a whole song like littered with all kinds of pop
Dragon
culture
Ball
references.
Z.
Yeah, I feel like
it's-
every there's a lot of like anime rap now.
I think Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin started that because they
Yeah.
were really into
Zeppelin,
they-
right?
yeah, because they were really into like Lord of the Rings and stuff. Like half
Were
their
they?
songs, yeah, half their songs are like I'm a wizard, I'm doing wizard things,
Really?
which is funny because Robert Plant sounds like a guy who just singing about sex, but
He always sounds like he's coming.
but he's really just singing about
Yeah, he
being,
does.
being
You know?
a big nerd.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I never noticed. To be
Yeah,
fair, I never
he,
really
he
like.
sells you all of that shit.
hmm
Yeah, and he'll play like shirtless and stuff, and he sweats. He's just always trying to have sex, but in reality, he's just probably
I
read too
can't-
much Witcher.
I can't wait to go back on the tour bus and play D&D with
With the
my
boys.
Zep boys.
Steve Albini has a really good quote about Robert Plant where he says he has the confidence of a guy who likes the smell of his own farts.
He sings like it.
Yeah, he's like he could be singing dog shit lyrics and a dog shit melody, and he just has so much confidence. It's crazy.
He always sounds like he's coming off of like the biggest inhale of his own ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their music's good though. I do love
Yeah.
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
John Bonham is just like fucking. He's a beast.
He's insane.
He was a beast.
Yeah, dude. JPJ for me, he's my fucking
He's great.
like the dopest dude. Yeah, no, I never paid attention to the lyrical content of Zeppelin. I mean,
Yeah.
except for like,
It's not super important. Like I don't think that really helps with getting into Zeppelin at all. Like the lyrics are pretty plain.
I saw
Yeah.
a quote that said Robert Plant basically just wishes he was an electric guitar.
it
like
was an electric guitar.
Because like nothing he says really has any impact on the song. It's just
His
my
melodies-
voice is high and I'm just shouting over this rock shit.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I know the only reason why I've paid attention to the lyrics of like immigrant songs because it's like the most overplayed
Yeah.
for the most part, and it's just like, yeah, you're right. It's all like Viking
Yeah,
shit.
it's like Viking shit.
It's crazy. If Led Zeppelin existed like only a couple, maybe like 15, 20 years after, they just would have been a Monomarth probably or some Viking metal band.
Yeah.
As for talk about anime and shit. I always thought that stuff kind of started with like, not like maybe not, I guess like started, but recently got popular when like Thundercat hit the scene.
Yeah.
He
Sure.
became like he kind of pushed a lot of anime stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys big on anime?
I've watched like all of the big movies that people recommend because I kind of there's a big stigma against it where people think it's lame, and I was like, well, let me just try it and just like I watched a bunch of like the Miyazaki movies, and I watched Akira, which I thought was really good. Cowboy Bebop, I watched that.
Cowboy Bebop is the shit.
It's really good.
I love Cowboy Bebop.
And Neon Genesis Evangelion. That show was
I think
good.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, I watched that and I was trying to appreciate it because I know that a lot of people think it's stupid, and I liked it. Like it's just another type of cartoon.
Yeah, it's
my favorite anime is Cars 2.
Yeah, mine's Ratatouille.
Ratatouille is a good anime.
Yeah, that's my
No,
favorite
but-
French anime.
Corey in the House.
Corey in the
is
House.
best
Corey in the House
anime
is
ever.
Seinfeld is such a good anime.
have you all seen the video of the dude of I don't know who the fuck did it, but put like an anime intro song and like the translated all the pop-up text in the Seinfeld intro into Japanese and made like Seinfeld anime intro.
That's really funny.
Yo, dude, it is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, I find it very fascinating how it's been seeping into the culture of music. I kind of feel like, in some ways, it could be like, you ever listen to like a song that comes out from like a new band or something, and you have that feeling like, shit, like they kind of like took the words right out of my mouth. Like I wish I could have like expressed that emotion some way, or like it's kind of cool people who can do that with movies because you kind of can get. I don't know. It just seems like a big cesspool of ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any like lyrics from that you get ideas from like nerd shit?
Oh,
Kind of like
man.
Zeppelin does.
No, not really. I like singing about drinking and like
Yeah.
being sad and getting my heart broken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lost Love.
Yeah.
The Pine Barrens.
Yeah. I like places.
Yeah.
I like lyrics about how things look, and yeah, just scenic shit. Holidays, for some reason, are like a recurring thing in our music. We have like 8 songs that are all different holidays, which I think is really funny.
Hell yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're down to the really obscure ones now. We're gonna do like Columbus Day or something.
Yeah, we have Labor Day
Yeah.
coming up,
Oh, nice, nice. Make sure you hit all of them.
and St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, we actually do have a
We're
song
gonna do
called
a
St.
St.
Patrick's
Patrick's
Day
Day
that's
song.
coming out.
Oh, word. Is it gonna be a single like this week?
No, we're tracking the bass for that on Monday or Sunday. Saturday. On Saturday.
Boy, one of those days is
One
correct.
of those days we'll show up.
As for, oh man, lost my train of thought again. It's been happening all week, dude.
It's all good.
Like Friday week. I guess when it comes to like tracking sessions and stuff, you guys take your time with that, spread it out a lot, or do you really just kind of like go for it and like nail it in 2 days? Kind
We
of.
go.
We try to just
We try to go. It just depends on when I can record in my house and how available our bass player is and a couple other people. Like, we're going to get background vocals for
Mhm.
this album, and we're going to have our friend Melissa do it. So we're just trying to figure out, like, when everybody's free. But for basics, like, scratch vocal, drums, and guitar, that's usually how we track, like, the structure of the song.
You do
We-
vocals first, or
No, like scratch vocals.
Hmm.
Like we end up re-recording them, but it's just to keep the tempo and like the pace of the song, so we can like speed up
yeah.
and like
You
keep
can-
the energy of the song going. And then
Right.
when we overdub, it's not like we play to a click and it feels really like stagnant. You know what I
I
mean?
see. So you would lay down scratch vocals first,
Yeah.
and then do drums after that.
do drums along with vocals.
Yeah.
Like
So
Oh, you dual. You
like it's
dual
like
track 'em.
we almost play like when we first record, we play like we're playing live, kind of,
yeah.
Okay.
and then overdub
But
everything.
the main point of that is to get the interaction between me and Ethan, but then we'll end up redoing my guitar and my vocal. It's really just to get the drums to sound good, but we
Right.
record all of that just to get the feeling down.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, to get it like the subtle like speed ups and slow downs and stops. Yeah, so when we do that, we always speed through the songs because usually, you know, we'll practice them and then get them done in like a few hours, and then overdub other guitars, lead vocal, bass, all of that stuff.
Yeah, no, that's a really cool way to do it. I don't know personally any bands that do it that way for the most part. I think maybe one or so, but it's usually hard to coordinate, or at least bands find. Oh my god, I keep hitting this mic. They usually find it hard to coordinate that because usually, I don't know, like one asshole forgets to practice or some
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
But like, yeah, it seems like that works out. Pretty clever, I'd say.
Thanks.
But what? So then after that, you do scratch vocals, and then you overdub drums, guitar, and stuff like that. Since you have like a background of production, pretty much from high school, do you not high school, college? Do you mix and master your own you guys' stuff pretty much yourself?
Yeah, I mix with Ethan there with me to guide me along while I mix everything, and then we get someone else to master it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're having our friend Matt master it.
Right on.
Matt Philippek works at Architect Studio.
We're recording with him this weekend.
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Definitely look him up. We
Good
could
guy.
throw like an Instagram handle in the description or something.
Yeah, he does good work.
yeah,
Yeah,
good guy.
we'll shout him out. Is there like a conscious decision to have a separate person do the master, or?
Yeah, it's just good to have another person another person's ears on all of the mixes after whoever mixed it. Some mix engineers are really, really good and they have a lot of experience and they can just mix it and then basically have almost a ready master that they send to a mastering house and they barely touch it. But I'm not there yet with mixing, so it's good to have somebody else kind of attenuate everything and make sure that it'll sound good on streaming, especially.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. It's definitely a rough process. I feel like a lot of musicians underestimate or I guess underestimate when they like, oh, I'm gonna go spend the money on this equipment to go record, and then just don't know how to actually do it or like make it sound like good like afterwards and whatnot. So I wanted, I guess, wanted to talk about the future, I guess, the future of Jerry at the Beach. What do you guys see or want or have any like goals, I guess, for Jerry at the Beach in the next couple of years? Or, like, what are you aiming for, gunning for?
So Jagerbomb's out. We want to put Vincenttown out in the next 3 months, just about. And then after that, we have that other album that'll maybe be out in 2021. Like, who knows? And then just play shows. Like, I just want to play in front of people, and they can.
I want to
hear
play on SNL.
SNL.
You want to do it at SNL?
Yeah, I want to play on SNL.
And also host SNL.
Yeah, I want to do both.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That'd be sick.
The perfect merger of the music and comedy.
Yeah.
Go play a set and then just grab the mic and go off. And
eat beans on stage.
Any beans on stage on SNL, yeah.
Dude, if you took that act on the road, it would kill.
Dude.
It'd totally kill, bro. You'll be like the next, oh man, what the fuck was his name? Dude who smashed watermelons on stage.
Oh, Gallagher?
Gallagher.
Yeah, you'll be the next Gallagher. Instead of smashing food, you just eat beans.
I think I'm going to be the next Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Rowan
that makes more
Atkinson's going to die soon.
Yeah.
They need a new one.
Yo, you should
They
be his
need a new
protege.
Yeah, well, it's like James Bond.
Yeah,
There's always
you're
a
right.
new
I'm,
Mr.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm
You
going
know
to
what I mean?
replace him.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You can try to become his protege. Maybe he could teach you the way of the bean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, man. So that's actually that just hit me. That's a pretty hefty goal. Put out 3 albums in a year.
Yeah.
I mean, we, you might as well.
Yeah,
I feel like we like doing it, so you might as well just keep doing it.
true.
You know,
That's a lot of time though. It's like y'all must be on the grind then.
we are.
No.
We work pretty much every day. We get together and do something to get things rolling. you
Right
know?
now it's mixing mostly.
Yeah.
And prepping for the recordings we're doing. Just having a production plan, stuff like that.
And did COVID, I guess, pretty much give you guys like more time to really just grind shit out?
Yeah.
We quarantined separately for 2 weeks, just about, and kind of wrote Vincenttown separately, and then quarantined together and finished Jagerbomb and like showed each other our songs for Vincenttown. So we were like just at it every day for like a month, just like finishing up Jagerbomb, kind of, you know,
Damn.
because COVID was like, all right, you stay in your house.
Yeah. So it seems like you guys are on the upswing when it comes to momentum at the moment, and I am very excited, and we'll definitely be listening to Vincenttown.
Thank you.
Thanks.
As for like shows and stuff, I don't know because this happened to a lot of bands when COVID hit. But when did it hit? And no, you guys, I'm sure, didn't have any shows or like tours or anything planned or in the works during that time. No.
We had one. We had one at Debonair that got canceled, but it's okay. We have more songs now.
Yeah, our show back then would be way different than it is now.
Yeah. We're gonna have more intense songs.
Yeah.
When we play a bigger show.
Do you guys? I remember what I was gonna say before. Are gonna keep because I know you said Vincenttown was pretty much expanding on like the tonality and the style of Jerry at the Beach the same way as Jagerbomb did. But one thing that I noticed when listening to Jagerbomb, it makes a lot of sense how you guys say you both listen to like stuff like punk music, but you also are influenced by the Beatles and stuff because you'll have these like crazy like thrashing rhythms and hard hitting chord progressions, and then all of a sudden it just big tone shift to like acoustic guitar and really nice vocals and stuff like that. Do you guys plan on exploring like the more softer side of music at any point in the future, or?
Yeah. We just like the next album has a couple softer spots, and then the one after that has a bunch of like acoustic songs and like clean electric songs. Yeah, there's definitely more room for softer melodic music in our next couple albums.
Oh yeah.
We like the mix, like
Yeah.
it's intensity and melody are like the two most important things, I would say. So it's just like if you have one of them, then you're good. Basically,
pretty much like tension and release.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
general, but instead of like on a more fundamental level, y'all are just hitting it with like almost full band tones, like going super hard hitting and then just straight up an acoustic guitar.
It's fun doing that.
Yeah, no, it seems like it. Like it grabbed my
Editing's
attention.
fun. I like editing.
Yeah,
Link
yeah.
that shit together. It's so funny when like the first time you do it, like a song that just goes into acoustic guitar.
Mhm.
It's just like chopping off the end of a song that
Yeah.
used to be there.
And just making it abrupt and just
Yeah.
throwing it in. So that actually also begs the question: when you guys start doing shows again, how are you gonna pull that off live?
We'll have Trey play bass with us, and I think we're just gonna play as a trio.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Right. Okay. And then one of you will like put the instrument, like one of your instruments down, and then like go grab an acoustic off stage real quick, or
Well, I mean,
I can just play an acoustic song, like in between electric songs, you know.
the songs where it shifts hardcore, we can kind of work around it.
yeah,
And-
that's
and
what
try
I
to
was
just
We
gonna
can
try
do
to make
those
it work.
electric,
Exactly, yeah.
generally,
Okay.
or
yeah.
we won't play them. Like
Mhm.
sometimes we just have songs that are electric the
Just
whole
not.
time, and we'd rather play those.
Right. Yeah.
It just depends.
You ever? What kind of guitar do you play? Just out of
I
curiosity.
play a Les Paul. I
A
play a
Les-
blue Les Paul.
Nice.
I want to play a Flying V. That's like my next guitar.
You're the second guest in a row whose dream guitar is a Flying V.
They're so cool.
They are cool looking, right? I asked, cause like I don't know, you see the new, it's relatively new, but the Fender Acoustasonic.
Yeah, I've played one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that seems like a guitar would be like convenient if you guys wanted to do the drastic like electric like acoustic shifts in the middle of a single song kind of thing.
You know, I played one. I just tried it out at Guitar Center like last year, and I didn't like it, to be honest. Like it's not either. Like it's this weird in between acoustic and electric where it just kind of sounds twangy and like shitty. And like it doesn't sound intense enough to me like as an electric guitar, and then as an acoustic it sounds really thin. And it's like it would be cool if there were a guitar that could do both.
but well.
Yeah, but better.
Yeah,
You know?
I've heard a lot of things about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if only we can have like one of those. I don't know if they were like popping in the '80s, like all the big rocker dudes, the big double neck guitars, but just like somehow have an electric and an acoustic going on at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
cool as shit.
Yeah, holy shit.
Maybe I should just play a double neck guitar. That'd
You
be
should play a
fun.
double necked Flying V.
Whoa, yeah.
How is that gonna work? It's just it will just look like a big like M.
yeah, holy shit.
I play Flying M.
Uh huh.
Dude, pioneering new shit. You gotta get a patent on that real quick.
Yeah.
You see,
It's already out. It's already been made, probably. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, you see the how they have like the double neck guitars, but like one's a guitar and one's a bass.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
It'd be cool. Trey and I can play the same
guitar.
at the same time.
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's like pull up a seat next to each other on stage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a bunch of little dogs hit every drum in tandem for me. I'm gonna have like a bunch of pugs at my drum
And
set.
we'll have a bunch of gerbils play the piano.
Yeah, no,
One for each key.
it'll be sick.
That's good. I need 88 gerbils.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll feed them.
I need 88 gerbils. Richard Gere's like,
He's like, I got
fucking
one
got,
for you.
I got one gerbil for you. The rest are in my ass.
I love these crazy ideas. It makes me hope that like if you guys get like mad famous and rich and you go play like a crazy show, like your green room like requests for venues would be fucking insane.
I want a bring me a hot dog with no bun.
I mean, as compared to requesting 88 gerbils to play a piano.
Bring me a hot dog with no bun.
Oh man,
That's good.
that'd be way more crazy than the green M&Ms trick.
Oh,
Whatever
yeah.
the fuck that
yeah.
is. What is that again? I don't even know the concept of that entirely. I just heard
forget
something
which
about
band
it.
it was,
I think it was Van Halen.
but they were like, and that became a practice with tour managers where they would stipulate in the contract no green M&Ms in a bowl of M&Ms, and if you checked and they were green M&Ms, you would know that the concert promoter and the people running the venue didn't read your contract. So it was just a way for them to know, like, oh, they didn't read any of it, we shouldn't play here. That
That's-
became a common thing.
Really, and
Yeah.
I guess, does it work? I mean, I
Yeah.
guess so.
Probably. I mean, like if they I don't know.
I don't know.
That seems kind of crazy to me, low key.
It's a little silly, but
I feel like in concept that seems like a good idea, but if it's like if you're
I
got
mean, you look like a douchebag if you just complain about no green M&Ms.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Like, it
It's
makes
like
you look temperamental.
yeah, right,
But if they miss out on something that's important,
right.
that's the problem. But I guess I would just make sure that the thing that we would get pissed off about is like if there's a bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we can use the bathroom, if we can just drink water there, like, you don't really need much more than that.
Yeah.
You know.
Because like I feel if I don't know, if you check and see if there's no M&Ms in the bowl, and then you go see if something important, like how the gear is set up or the stage or whatever, and then that's messed up. But like if you're at a huge venue, like a giant one, like, I don't know, like Madison Square Garden or something like that, and like you have a huge tech crew like setting shit up, I doubt one of them is gonna like stress out of picking a single color of M&Ms out of a bowl.
Yeah.
That just seems crazy.
I
But-
I trust like if there's a huge staff helping you that it'll be good. We had a teacher. I won't say his name because this story's about him complaining. But he was saying that he runs like a big venue in New York, and he was saying he's like a pretty big artist, and generally like a lot of big artists like live sound guys can be kind of difficult, and they're like know-it-alls, and then it fucks with like the venue's sound system and just makes things more difficult. Like a lot of the time that can be the case. It's like when you bring your own sound guy, and he
Right.
kind of fucks with like how everything's run there.
Mm-hmm.
I bet like Jack White has a really good live sound guy.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But a lot of the time it just creates more problems.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. I mean, I can understand because like you have your own, like a huge band as your own live sound person. Like if they're that huge, then that means I guess there's something quintessential or kind of staple about their sound. So they want a
Yeah.
guy who can keep that consistency.
Yeah, you want it to
Yeah.
be consistent.
Right. But at the same time, like as an audio dude, every room is different. Usually.
Yeah.
That's why there's always like a house audio dude for the most part. I don't know. Since you had like, audio recording or production experience, you have any working as a tech? Like for stages or shows or whatever?
No. I worked at a studio for a little bit in New York called Sear Sound. I was an intern there, which was cool. I'm more into recording than live sound, definitely. And now I'm an editor. I edit audiobooks, which is
You edit
fun.
audiobooks?
Yeah, it's
Really?
my day job.
Oh, cool, man.
I like it. It's fun. But yeah, I prefer recording a lot more than live sound. I really don't know a lot about live sound. Like the program I went to was about recording.
From it seems interesting. I did not envy any of the audio guys I worked with. I was a tech for like live performances, but I was a lighting guy.
Oh,
So
okay.
like seeing, I was talking about this with my friend the other day. Never envy the audio dude. I mean, from what I can gather,
Yeah.
it seems like it's the same process as recording, but with lighting, for example, if there's like something going wrong, it's a very easy troubleshooting protocol to find out what is going wrong. It doesn't seem that way with audio. Like a microphone could just be giving you like the most blood curdling like feedback, and like for some reason no one could tell why. I mean, maybe I'm just not that smart with audio stuff, but
Yeah, it's just like a really weird process that people spend their whole lives learning just that side of it, but it looks exhausting. I think that's why it looks really exhausting, and they do get paid more. Like live sound guys, definitely. Like there's more people who get paid a lot of money in that field than recording. There's not a lot of recording engineers who make like decent money. Like live sound is more of a living, I would say, than recorded music. But yeah, it looks really difficult because you have to deal with these huge spaces where you have to like run back and forth. And
oh yeah, that's exhausting.
more of a time crunch because there's also like people waiting outside ready to listen to this band.
Yeah.
If it's not ready, it's
There'll be times where if you're working at like a big convention center or something like that, it's just like here's this like giant white empty room that's like 4 blocks big. And it's like you have to like build a stage and set everything up, and you have a week to do it. So
That's crazy.
What about you, Ethan? Any like tech experience or other than like I guess the editing process and production of Jerry at the Beach?
Not
like,
really.
side
I
hustle
don't.
gigs?
I know like. I know like how to record. I get like I know how to be in a studio, but I don't know as much as Josh about like the technical stuff because he went to school for that specifically.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
As someone who took like I guess would you say you had like a degree in pop music? Is that or like took pop music? in
Just
college?
pop music performance.
Pop music
essentially.
performance.
Yeah.
Right, okay. As someone who has that under their belt, do you have any like I guess have you looked at being like a session drummer? I guess for a side hustle in any way or
Not like I mean I'll play for anybody who wants me to play,
Right.
but I kind of just I like doing Jerry at the Beach, and then whatever else I do is basically separate from music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It seems like nowadays it's a lot harder to find like I guess people who want to actually be a part of something like that. So
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Like working
yeah.
in music, but it's not my own stuff. Isn't exactly my goal.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like might as well just I do power washing.
You power washing? Oh,
Yeah.
for like decks and
Exactly.
driveways
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
for houses and
Oh,
shit.
word.
Like
Ethan's the Kevin Durant of power washing.
I'm
He's so
pretty good
good.
at it.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, man. No, we all get, it's crazy the side hustles that people got going on
Yeah.
just to support themselves, being a musician.
Yeah.
and you need money to keep making music.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
like you need to put money into what you do if you care about it. So like,
Yeah, and music's one of those things that takes like a lot of time and a lot of money to do. I mean, for the most part.
it depends on what you're going for. But
Yeah.
you know,
Because I guess we've said it before on the podcast that like you have someone who's like 15 who just gets a MacBook for Christmas and then you can buy an interface and a guitar and a cable and you can pretty much good to go. But I don't know, the world be vicious. It's just
it's
sometimes-
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's,